Is Cuphead too tough for the average gamer? Welcome in, everyone. My name's Horizon. I'm a variety streamer over at Twitch and a content creator here on YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about a game called Cuphead. If you're not familiar with it, it is a platform shooter that came out in September of 2017. It drew a lot of attention, one, for the hand-drawn art style, and two, for the significant level of difficulty it brings. So for me personally, I'm not usually the kind of person that goes for games that I only hear about how tough they are. Games like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Cuphead. So since I started streaming, Cuphead is a game that got suggested to me a couple times, so I figured, why not try it out? So while playing through, I did notice some parts were very difficult, but I also noticed some parts that I heard a lot about weren't necessarily as tough as I initially thought. So that brought me to the question of, are these games really as tough as everyone says they are? Cuphead consists of two different types of levels, run and gun and boss fights. Run and gun are traditional platform levels where you collect coins for power-ups like weapons, health boosts, dash upgrades, and various little other perks. Boss fights are exactly what they sound like, multi-phase boss encounters with different mechanics that you have to learn and overcome. These are the bulk of the game. So when it comes to boss fights, they are split into two different categories, ground fights and aerial encounters, each with their own specific set of challenges. So the reason these boss fights are so tough is because they're usually multiple phases with lots of mechanics to overcome, and you only have 3 health to make it through. These patterns often come with a little bit of randomness to them, so the only real way to figure them out is through lots of trial and error. So if beating your head against the wall during these fights gets to be a little too much for you, Cuphead offers a solution. So every level in Cuphead comes with 2 options of difficulty, regular or simple. When you choose the simple mode for a boss fight, the mechanics you have to avoid are usually simplified, the boss health is lowered, and there is usually one phase that is taken out of the fight completely. So I am going to warn you though, going purely simple mode through the game does come with a downside. So to gain access to the game's final boss, you do have to clear the entire game on at least regular difficulty. So if the regular version of a level proves to be a little too much, you can bump it down to simple, learn it, and then bump it back up to regular to actually clear it. So if you do manage to clear Cuphead on regular difficulty and need a little bit of an ego check, Cuphead's got you with that. So after you clear the game on the first pass through, an expert difficulty unlocks. The expert versions of the boss fights include faster mechanics, more things to avoid, and usually an entire new phase that you have to learn. Cuphead does also give you a letter grade based on how you perform on each level, so you can shoot for that S rank on every level if you haven't already earned that as well. So to answer my earlier question of, is Cuphead too tough for the average gamer? My answer is no. So don't get me wrong, while playing through Cuphead, you will die again, and again, and again. The reason my answer is no for this because even though there were very difficult points of the game, there weren't any points that I felt the game was cheating me out of an opportunity. Every death, for the most part, felt like a learning experience. I got a little further each time, learned the mechanic a little better, and got that much closer to the clear. This game is going to test your patience. It's really going to test your patience. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. You're just going to have to be persistent. I stand by the belief that any game can be beaten by any person. It's just going to take everyone a different amount of time to do it. So if you're like me and avoided Cuphead up to this point, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's going to be tough, but if you stick it out, I know you have what it takes to beat it. If I'm able to beat Cuphead, I know you can. So let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It helps show YouTube that you enjoyed the video and helps try and push the video to other people that might enjoy it as well. And thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and we'll see you next time.